Oh, hello, it's me, Auteur Deluxe, Adam. Fat guys aren't gonna live through this because that shit fucking fogs your shit up. You can't fucking breathe. Anyway, welcome to my channel. It's Auteur Deluxe. I haven't done a video in a little bit. I have taken some notes to heart. A couple of you have given me some notes, and I've taken them to heart. First one being, Adam, hey, please do a movie that came out in the last fucking 20 years, please. Uh, noted. And today we're doing something from 2019. It just became available, at least in the United States, to rent, I think this week or this weekend, I'm not sure. And the other note I've been getting is quit doing movies you love, quit doing movies you are passionate about in a good way. And yeah, we're getting that today. So today we're doing Vivarium from 2019, starring Imogen Poops and Jesse Eisenberg, directed by I don't know. This is the first movie I've seen by the director. I'm not good at research, basically. But this will, I don't want to say it's a spoiler riddled video, but it's spoiler ish. So if you want to go into the movie completely cold, like you wouldn't even watch the trailer, definitely don't watch this. I don't think I'll be spoiling the story itself, but I will be spoiling in my analysis some of what I took away from the story, and maybe that would be considered a spoiler. So use that precaution when continuing in this video, which starts now. So the plot of this movie, it begins with Jesse Eisenberg's character and his wife. They are looking for a new home. They end up finding this kind of mysterious, it reminds me of Celebration in Florida, where the HOA is nuts and everybody's like cookie cutter similar type person, owned by Disney, which is scary. But this so they go to check out this house which is in the suburbs. The guy that's showing it to him is kind of weird. They go look at the house, end up being stuck in the neighborhood. Every time they turn to try to leave, they end up somehow making a turn back, and they keep passing the house rather. Eventually, they end up giving in, staying at the house, and they receive a box with a baby in it, and it says, "You will be released once you raise the child." That's kind of the long and short of the plot. I'm not going to get into the entire story. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil the entire thing because it is a fun ride, but I do have other problems with it. But yeah, the story is worthwhile. I like the story here. As far as pacing and just the way things are revealed in this story, I don't have any problems. I thought it was good. I was on the edge of my seat-ish. There are a couple jaw-dropping moments, and that part of the film I did enjoy. As far as the performances, Imogen Poots did a lot of the heavy lifting. I think she definitely is the standout performance of this movie. There's not a lot of actresses in this movie. The Jesse Eisenberg character, which I'll admit, that's why I wanted to see this. I've kind of turned a corner on Jesse Eisenberg, where I like him now. I think learning he was a Ween fan helped. But I really like The Art of Self-Defense. That was one of my favorite movies of 2019. And he and Imogen Poots actually were both in it. But as far as Vivarium goes, I don't think you need Jesse Eisenberg. I don't think he brings anything to the table. His performance was, quite frankly, kind of flat. And this character is a kind of brooding, kind of volatile character, and those words do not go with Jesse Eisenberg. But like I said, Imogen Poots, great performance. She has a couple of scenes, one scene in particular that she knocked out of the park, in my opinion. As far as the visual style of this film goes, I liked it. There's some interesting, definitely the set design was interesting, the way the sky looked. It kind of felt like it was like Michel Gondry was like at like 10% Michel Gondry, like not 100%, which is his films. It's like a 10% Michel Gondry. You get a little surreal. There are some moments that are very surreal, but as far as like set design and the way things look, it's a little surreal. There's a little bit of a hue to it where you're not sure what's real, but for the most part, it's pretty based in reality, but a little bit, just that 10% Michel Gondry. And also reminded me of Yorgos Lanthimos, who did Dogtooth, Killing of a Sacred Deer. And I don't say that as a good thing because I do not like Dogtooth. I love Killing of a Sacred Deer, but this movie, in a couple ways, feels like an Americanized version of Dogtooth. Just the vibe of a very isolated family, and especially the kid. There's a weird kid in this movie. I did not like the kid. The kid is scary, which I guess is the point. But you see scary kids in everything, like the fucking Omen, Babadook, and other examples I'm forgetting that are better. But this kid is actually genuinely scary, genuinely off-putting. There's some manipulation to his voice, which I don't like. It scared the shit out of me. I do not like it. Which is the point. Again, it's supposed to be scary. So as far as like the film itself and the pacing and just the ride of this movie, I would say it kept me interested for the most part, but it did lag. There were a couple moments that did lag. And also, I think this film is definitely a one and done. This is not something I'm going to be rewatching. Uh, it's cryptic, but it's not. It's like kind of flat in its crypticness, if that's a word. Movies like Under the Silver Lake, even Big Lebowski, and other examples that are better are enriching with multiple viewings, and you catch on to little Easter eggs, catch on to little things you didn't see the first time. I don't see that here. And again, I just watched it. Maybe I do need to watch it another time in order to pick up on those kind of things. But I do feel this movie is just leading on. It's leading into, okay, what's going on, and then once you find out what's going on, you're kind of done. And the other thing is, I'm definitely not the guy that like figures shit out way early in a movie. Heist movies, especially, confuse the shit out of me. I've seen plenty of heist movies where I'm like, but I thought that was the guy that was the other guy. I thought he was a good guy, but no, I guess he's a bad guy. I don't know. Even something like Good Time, the first. And keep in mind, this is when, I mean, I still am an alcoholic, but this is when I was actively drinking. I saw Good Time, and it took me way longer to figure out. Oh, spoiler alert for Good Time. It took me way longer to figure out that the guy that they picked up from the hospital wasn't the brother. Like, there's a definite reveal of that part, and I still didn't get it for like 20 minutes. So, all this is to say that I'm not good at figuring shit out. But in the case of Vivarium, I don't want to say story wise I figured it out, but from the first production still I saw of this film, before I even saw the trailer, I had an idea of what the kind of overarching message of this movie was going to be, and I had it down pat. It was what I thought it was going to be. This movie had a message I saw coming a mile away. I read it like a bad fucking novel. The message I got out of this movie is a clear indictment of the American family, of the atomic family, the mother, father, 1.2 kids, one kid, whatever. I mean, in reality, kids can be a pain in the ass and a lot of work and ruin your weekend. In this movie, they literally lull you into a labyrinth of an abyss and are a living hell, and you can't escape it until they're 18 or they are raised, which is what it says on the box when they find the baby. You are in a living hell, living the same day over and over again. Your life is fully absorbed while you are raising kids. I don't co-sign with that. I don't like people that their thing is that they're not going to have kids. I don't like fur moms. I don't like fur dads. I really don't like fur dads. If you can't have kids, that's fine. I don't necessarily want kids. But for the message of this film to so resoundingly be, do not have kids, the American family is an ideal that should not be looked up to, I think that's a selfish message. And it's an effective message because of the way this movie pans out. Even myself, in the middle of the movie, I'm tweeting out, holy shit, I would never have kids after watching this. And guess what every review on Letterboxd I read said? Oh my god, I don't want to have kids. Oh my god, I don't want to have kids. At the end of the day, I don't really give a shit if you have kids or not. But people that co-sign on a happy, moralistic, no child life are vapid, selfish, and often very loud. And they're not my peeps. I think it's a point of view that appeals to you when you're 15. And I think a lot of the people that are going to end up liking this movie will be 15. It'll be the Donnie Darko crowd. It'll be the little girl with the fucking Fight Club plastered on her wall. I think that's who this is for. The people that will see this movie and the way it ends and go, yeah, that's bullshit. And then you ask them, what's bullshit? And they, I don't know, but it's bullshit. That's what this is. So in conclusion, Imogen Poots was great. I thought her performance was really good. Stylistically, this movie was interesting, and the ride was fun. It was fine, but at the end of the day, we went through all of that to get to this. We got to this message. We got to this ideal, this non-ideal. I not worth it in my opinion. So I'm gonna give this 2.5 stars. Um, Follow me on social media at Oxford Deluxe, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, this channel. Tell 10 friends. All right, thanks. Bye.